Osas was a hard-working young woman who hawked good food inside the market to make ends meet. Every place she sold was not just for her survival, it was for the man she loved. Ade, her boyfriend, was a smooth-talking, jobless roadside vulcanizer, but to Osas he was everything. He had promised her marriage as soon as he saved enough money. Her family disapproved of him, but love had made her deaf to all their warnings. She stopped talking to friends who gossiped about Ade chasing other girls. She believed him, only him. Love had blinded her. Then came a twist. During one festive Christmas season, one of Ade's relatives, Rosa, returned from Europe. Rosa saw Osas in the market and took a special interest in her. That evening, she called Ade aside and made an offer. "Convince her to follow me back to Europe," Rosa said. "To do what?" he asked. She laughed. "What else? Prostitution. She's pretty. She will make money fast. No one knows her there. This is your chance, Ade. You both can be rich." Ade was silent. That night, he couldn't sleep. The idea kept ringing in his head. It was tempting. He was tired of this broke life of being mocked, of being nobody. Maybe Osas was the key. So he arranged to meet her at the quiet junction where they always met. He held her hand tightly. She noticed something was off. "My love, what's wrong? You've been quiet since I came. Is something troubling you?" "Is it money? Work?" she asked, concerned. "No, it's none of that," he said quietly. "Rosa, the one that came from Europe, she's leaving soon and she wants someone to travel back with her." "Wow," Osas smiled. "Did she ask you to go with her?" He looked up. "No, she asked of you." Osas froze. "Me?" "Yes," he said. "My love, this is our opportunity to make it, to be rich." "No, Ade," she said, shaking her head. "I don't want to go. I love you just the way you are. We can manage." "For how long?" he snapped. "Look at us. Me, a roadside vulcanizer. You, a food hawker. I can't even buy you gifts. I'm tired of this suffering." Osas stared at him, confused and torn. "But what will I be doing there?" she asked. "Does it matter? It's Europe. Plenty of opportunities. All I know is I will marry you in the end. Any money you send home, I will invest. Look at Jude's girlfriend. She went and now Jude is investing for them." He poured every sweet lie Rosa had told him into Osas' ears. She didn't want to go, but she loved Ade and she wanted a better life for them. Slowly, his words made sense. "I will go," she whispered, "for us. We will have a good life." He stood and kissed her deeply. "I promise I will wait. I will marry you." They hugged tightly, making sweet promises of forever. Her family was furious. Her mother cried. "I know you are doing this because of that boy." His mother shouted, "He's a liar. Don't go." But Osas didn't listen. Her decision was final. She departed with Rosa. Osas arrived in Europe, determined. She bore her shame, her pain and her tears. She paid back millions in debt through prostitution. But for 2 years, she endured everything just to survive, just to return to Ade. She would even sneak money home to him. They never lost communication. Once she was debt-free, all her money went straight to Ade. First, she opened a shop for him. Then he asked for a car. She bought it. His clothes, shoes, gadgets, everything was sent to him. Ade became the big boy in town. He flaunted wealth and his friends hailed him. Osas sent little to her family, just small change through Ade. He handed it to them like they were beggars. He even started renovating his father's house. But then came the betrayal. Ade got another girl pregnant. He had already done her traditional marriage rites. His new fiancée knew all about Osas. To her, Osas was just the money maker. She said nothing when Ade called Osas. They even laughed at her behind her back. Still, Osas kept sending money. Then thunder struck. Osas was deported back to Nigeria due to the new immigration laws. But she wasn't worried. She had done her part. She had saved. Now it was time to settle down and build a family with the love of her life. She decided to surprise Ade. When she arrives at Ade's father's compound, she was stunned. Everything had changed. The house was fully renovated. Ade's mother screamed like she had seen a ghost, then hugged her tightly. In the corner of her eyes, Osas noticed a pregnant woman watching silently, but her joy at seeing Ade's mother made her overlook it. Ade drove in moments later and ran to her. He hugged her passionately. That night they reclined in their love. It was the best night of their lives. But something felt strange. Ade kept asking if she had returned with anything and if she was truly back for good. Yes, she said, I came back with nothing, but I'm not worried. We saved a lot, remember? He gave her a fake smile. Everything is okay, he lied, hugging her tight. The next day, he pampered her like a queen, told her to rest. She wanted to visit her family, but he insisted she wait. She agreed. She was just happy to be with him. The third day, he left the house, and it seemed no one else was around. Then, there came a knock at the gate. Osas opened it. A young woman stood outside holding a dress. I'm a tailor, she said. This is the gown I made for Ade's wife. Please give it to her. Wife? Osas asked, stunned. Yes, his pregnant wife. She gave it to her and left. Osas took the gown, numb, and went inside. The words echoed in her mind. Ade's pregnant wife? She began tearing through the house, opening drawers, checking rooms. Then she remembered. The day she arrived, she saw a pregnant woman in the compound. It wasn't a visitor. It was his bride. There it was, hidden beneath a pile of old clothes, a photo album. Her hands trembled as she opened it. The pictures inside showed Ade with another woman dressed in full traditional marriage attire. Her heart dropped, tears streamed down her face. Osas stumbled backward, her breath caught in her chest. Desperation took over. She flung open the clothes wardrobe, searching frantically. The lady's clothes were hidden properly. Frozen in shock, she stood still for a moment, then suddenly began scattering everything, pictures, clothes, glasses, screaming in frustration. Just then, Ade drove in. When he stepped inside, he found her seated on the chair in the middle of chaos. Photographs littered the floor, clothes tossed everywhere, scattered glass crunches underfoot. Their eyes locked eye to eye, soul to soul. Can you explain this? She asked, her voice trembling as she tried to remain calm. But Ade didn't flinch. Well, since you found out this way, so be it, he said coldly. Yes, I'm married. Osas blinked in disbelief. What were you expecting? That I will marry a whore? You have been selling yourself to different men, and you expect me to wife you? She stood still, frozen, her mind spinning. I wanted to tell you, Ade added, but now that you know, you can leave. I have to go pick up my pregnant wife. It felt like a scene from a movie. Osas could barely stand, her knees buckled as reality sank in. Ade, we made a promise to each other, she cried. Every bit of money I made, I sent to you. I sacrificed everything for you. He snarled. What money? You never sent me anything. I don't know what you are talking about. Before she could collapse from the pain, his mother walked in. Osas tried to explain what Ade had done to her, hoping for understanding, but the older woman cut her off. My son cannot marry a whore, and you never invested in him. He won a jackpot. That's what happened. His life turned around. Not you. Now get out of this house. His mother didn't stop there. She dragged Osas out of the house, ignoring her cries and struggles. Ade sat silently, his eyes glued to his phone as if she no longer existed. Out on the street, Osas sat on the ground and wept, tears soaking her clothes. Passerby stared in pity. She didn't look mad, just broken. Eventually, she picked herself up and walked home. When she entered her father's compound, it was just as she remembered, aged and modest. Her mother was the first to see her and ran to hold her tightly. Osas looked tattered and lost. She was admitted to the hospital and remained there for a week. She couldn't speak, just stared blankly while tears silently fell. When she finally whispered her mother's name, everyone knew she was healing. She shared her story, and though it was painful, her family never judged her. They was just grateful that she was alive and back home. One midnight, Osas rose from her bed, walked to the backyard and stood under the moonlight. She stripped herself bare and raised her hands to the heaven. If you, Ade, have not eaten from the money of a prostitute, may your life go well for you. But if it is my so-called prostitute money that fed you, clothed you and built you, may the God of justice fight for me. With that, she walked back inside, leaving vengeance to God. Months passed. One day, she reconnected with a white man on Facebook, someone who had once begged to marry her. Back then, she had turned him down, saying she had a boyfriend in Africa. They chatted again, and Osas poured out her story. He listened with empathy and said something that shocked her. "I'm coming to Nigeria to marry you." She thought it was a joke until he showed up. He married her legally and began processing her travel document. He had always loved her from the moment he saw her, and even her past couldn't change that. He was a wealthy widower, and through him, her life and her family's life transformed for the better. Meanwhile, calamities began to rain down on Ade. First, his shop caught fire and everything burned to the ground. His wife lost her pregnancy. Then a flood swept through, destroying their houses and property. His mother fell gravely ill. Robbers stole his car, left homeless and penniless. His wife abandoned him, saying she couldn't stay with a broke man. Now, broken and alone, Ade remembered Osas. But it was too late. She had already left to Germany with her husband, where love, peace, and prosperity awaited her.